People goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third pair. It is Omara Moses taking over, taking on Ogenrwot Samuel. They are racing for a place in the semi-final. They are racing for in a place in the semi-finals. It's still nil nil. They are racing for. Plan was perfect, execution poor. Two shots, Ogenrwot either. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the north of the upcountry league, Ogenrwot Samuel, Ogenrwot Ivan, Omara Moses and teammates. And remember, all these strong players within Kitgum, all zoned up in one full club, one club. Omara Moses, Ogenrwot Ivan, Ogenrwot Samuel, shooters, Okelo Junior is our top shooters, Konya Ivan is our top shooters. Don Kenneth, John Pop Shooters, even the great and bigger Caesar. Once he's free, he can come and represent John Pop Shooters because he's legally registered as a player with John Pop Shooters in Kitgo. Then I come in with the break, ladies and gentlemen, ports of the break, awaits confirmation. The available is looked at first, but as you know, he's a senior player who can decide otherwise. According to me, the available are better placed, and he may decide to go with one. Should be a 10 kilometers available, the drawback. But he puts the center row, and the result unlikely due to the fault of that ball, which is just on the top right corner of the screen. Simple slice of the ball, right ball, the action. The intention was at least to get a proper view of one of the three balls. Now he ends up being snookered. All these three yellows are invisible and okay. These red balls look finishable for a player in the caliber of Omara Moses. Happy birthday. Two reds away from the black ball, ladies and gentlemen. The guy on board is none other than Moses Omara. All two balls are portable, but the result is what he's contemplating. Yep, shakes his head. He's not satisfied with that keyboard management. And still anything is possible. As reports. Good by bank shot. It's nice in the center pocket. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Race to 4. Yes, welcoming the coach of Wilampool Club, but that's none other than Mishuru Gonza. He is a player on back shooters, but as well a coach. Next time he should go for further training to the Pool Association of Uganda. He is none other than Mishuru Gonza. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a conversation. Show me that you are watching, comment. Kindly comment in the comment section and you engage. It's 1-1, rest to 4, Ogenrwot Ivan 1, Omara Moses 1. Apologies for the glitches in sound, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you can watch what just happened on table. That was a super miss from the player of the Ogenrwot, Ivan Kariba, and his opponent Basil Disaster's chances. For the defense and perfectly snookers his opponent. The snookerer became snookered. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a form of kasari or an evening rush. Yeah, evening full rush. Organized between 8 senior players in each room. It was a nice track, ladies and gentlemen, from Moses Omara. So the price is not so welcoming, but anyways, people are bored and they needed to play, and they are here playing. They are racing to form finals with the rest of Moses Omara. We look forward to joining his twin brother Ogenrwot somewhere in the semi-finals and upon the Ivan Rabadaba by defeating his counterparts, teammates, boyhood friends, in the names of Ogenrwot son. Yeah. Perfect team manipulation, but seems the jaws of the center pocket are yanning the keyboard more than Moses needed it on the table. Ivan back on board. Good Friday, ladies tournament. 16-man squad ladies tournament. Registration 10K. Same venue. Then on Saturday and Sunday, 19th and 20th respectively. 64-man squad at the Vortex. The venue is just opposite or across the road. Yeah, in the same trading center in Mambuya. Registration 25K. Champion will walk away with 1 million. Run up 500K. Second run up 300K. Third run up 150K. Positions 5 to 8. 50K each. We are anticipating a lot of players to come from outside the district. One player in the names of Caleb Hillary has confirmed his participation and he promised to come add it into the district of Kitgum so that it tests the land of talent full-wise. So Caleb Buhire, whether you're with us or not, we are waiting for you in Kitgum. We have a serious lineup of players. He has already confirmed that amongst the participants, he wants Moses Omara should be out of the picture. But still, we have a lot on the menu for Khaled. 2-1 Moses Omara. Rest to 4. Fair break, Ogenrwot Samuel. Ogenrwot Ivan. These two players always confuse me. No. I don't confuse. Ogenrwot Samuel confirms the yellows. Ogenrwot Ivan, ladies and gentlemen. Ogenrwot Samuel has already made it to the next round, that is the semi-finals, after humiliating Wokorach Wilfred. 4-1. Wokorach Wilfred is out, ladies and gentlemen, as we speak right now. All his plans are now to take beer, but he has no money. Could this be an apple? Yep. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman you're seeing on your screen is the director of this same arena, John Pop Shooters. That's none other than Nen Peter. He's a staunch fan of Odong Kenneth. That's why he's done that. Odong Kenneth is famous reggaezer, hero unknown Jazzer. Welcome to the arena, Mr. Director. Live on to Young Media. Those watching us kindly predict the outcome of this frame. It is Omara Moses up against Ogenrwot Ivan. They are racing to 4-2-1 in favor of Omara Moses, and the results will change any time from now. As long as perfect skill execution is exhibited. My initial thinking was that he could use that cue ball to pot the yellow, but I think he thought otherwise and he would go for combination shots or a follow shot. So that's I did not see that space, but still manages it perfectly. Ladies and gentlemen, Ogenrwot Ivan is also among the top scorers of the recently concluded Kitgum League. The final chart will be out soon, but the contenders are only three, and they are all from this same club, Zone Top Shooters, who have gone the entire season undefeated with 0 draws, 0 losses, 18 bonus points. Zone Top Shooters, ladies and gentlemen. Super 8 competition organized at Zone Park. And this tournament shall always be happening every Saturday, every Wednesday. The initial plan was to have the same squad, but it seems people were so engaged with their duties and the management saw it wise to have the tournament reduced by half. That was a clean shot, not a shot that has perhaps awful lead to his defeat. Because this guy donning an Arsenal jersey, he's not an Arsenal fan, he's a pool player. And congratulations, Arsenal supporters, being us from wherever you are, upon that sumptuous victory. Up to now, me as Kumbia media, I still can't believe the score are 3-0 in favor of Arsenal. I feel it is still AI generated. One half of the game is done. Another half of the game awaits you Arsenal fans at Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. Anything can happen. The conference. Back to the game of Ogenrwot. Ivan makes it 2-2. Moses Omara. They are wrestling for. Omara Moses could be wondering how that black ball would simply roll into that center pocket. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems the ball was repaired in the presence of Ogenrwot Ivan, who could have mastered the center table perfectly well. It's 2-2, rest the call. Moses Omara is on the yellows. His counterpart, Ogenrwot Ivan, is on the reds. They are racing to fall. This could as well be a finished or a dusted frame. Three, two. It's an open board, ladies and gentlemen. Madam is invited back on the table to do what he can do best, as long as he achieves. Ogenrwot Ivan back on the table. That was the perfect bank shot, and we simply need to roll that red ball into the top right pocket. Wow. If he had rolled it with minimum force, he would have attained perfect cue ball for that ball in the center pocket. But he opted for a hard shot, and now he contemplates. A player of his caliber will maneuver through this situation, though it's not easy. Perfect. That's not that. Three-two, rest to fall. Ivan needs two. Moses needs one. Okorach needs nothing. Ivan on the yellow zone looks set to level up things, but along his way, he may need to do some snoopering, and this is one of the ways. Snookers. How about that for a shot, ladies and gentlemen? He has gotten out of jail, and now he can locate his ball easily in the position of the cue ball, except when perfectly and 100% snooker. We will do that again, ladies and gentlemen, given the position of his two yellow balls and the position of the black ball. Snookers. One more dance. Mademoiselle Smith, again, ladies and gentlemen, will he get this one right? Wow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the role of a director. The director is taking charge of the table, ladies and gentlemen. Ogenrwot Ivan. Balls look very, very finished. All he needs is perfect skill ball management. Wow, perfect shoe execution, near perfect, ladies and gentlemen. What's it? But not to a player of Ogenrwot Ivan's caliber. Could we be heading for a decider should this black ball get in? So that's the corner. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a decider. Best to 4, 3-3. Zone Pop Shooters Weekly Open Pool Championship. Sixteen slots were available to the participants, but due to their tight schedules, the slots were reduced to 8. It's Moses Omara with the break. Moses Omara with the break. It's a dry break, ladies and gentlemen. Big opportunity for Ogenrwot Ivan to report on the green bed and show us what he does best. Confirms the yellows. Where is the yellows? What's the yellow? It's Omara Moses, ladies and gentlemen, on the table. He has been handed 2 shots and he's playing the Maroons. Safety first, clear your pass. Pass given 2 shots. Moses Omara is playing the Maroons, which appear to be the Reds. The intention was to snooker, but the execution was not. Ladies and gentlemen, ever since Omara came back to Kitgum to bury his late dad, may he so rest in peace, he has participated in one tournament, this being his second. The previous one was eliminated by the guy who was eliminated by Open Ivan, that is none other than Ogenrwot director Maicham. That tournament is organized every Sunday. Registration is 10k. Champion walks away with 100k. Moses Omara was eliminated in the quarterfinals. This being his second tournament, he is now being held up on a 3-3 stalemate. It's a decider race to 4. The nature of the tournament at Maicham, ladies and gentlemen, is quite different from what we are seeing today, and that could also explain why there is a low turnout. Because at Maicham, the so-called senior players, that is the district national players, are always head starting the average players or the non-players who don't represent the district. So the district players always give a head start of 1 to the average players and handicap of 2 in the finals. Handicap 1 in the rest of 4 up to the semis, and handicap 2 in the finals. He was defeated in a decider by Ogenrwot, who also participated in this tournament, and he was eliminated by Konya Ivan, aka Rabba Daba. He was beaten 4-0, and he immediately exited the arena. So that could also explain the low turnout of this tournament, which was meant to be a 16-man squad. But due to 1 or 2 factors, notably amongst them was one which I've just told you. Wow, perfect shot. Some minimal hand claps from the crowd. But the job is half done. Another perfect one, ladies and gentlemen, as the crowd still applauds him. Yellow ball away from eliminating a tournament favorite in the names of Moses Omara. He achieves perfection, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Mara Moses applauds as he exits the tournament. He shakes hands with his opponent. Full time. Ogenrwot, Ivan. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's Ivan Okonya up against Ogenrwot Samuel. It's a continuation, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go offline as we watch this current pair in the semi-finals. The past semi-finals between Ogenrwot Ivan, they have led successfully, and they are racing to 4. Let's just proceed from here. The video will be cropped up, clipped out later on. Huge breaking news: Moses Omara is out of this tournament, the second tournament running. He doesn't make it to the next round. That simply means the players there are not an easy go zone. Let's proceed with the next pair. Miners exiting. It's Okonya Ivan up against Ogenrwot Samuel. The last time these 2 faced off was in a similar tournament here at the arena. Ogenrwot Samuel defeated Okonya Ivan 4-0 in a race to 4 in a previous tournament that was won by another player, excluding these 2 currently on board. Enjoy live commentary as we continue with the next pair. There is hardly any time to organize and present to you another link. Let's proceed. Dry break from Ogenrwot Samuel. Opportunity, Rabadaba. President 4. Semi-final 1. Rabadaba confirms the Reds, plays the Reds. This could be a perfect time for Rabadaba to revenge his 4-0 loss a month ago in the same venue by his same counterparts, all captain in the names of Ogenrwot Samuel. Ladies and gentlemen who have just joined the live stream, don't mistake the current guy on board to be Omara Moses, but he is a twin brother of Omara Moses. He is called Ogenrwot Samuel, current captain of Zone Hospital, Kitgum Municipality. The guy on the board is Ogenrwot Samuel. The two are searching for a place in the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, among us, the notable losers. Among us, the notable losers, ladies and gentlemen, we have seen Omara Moses, who has exited the tournament. We have seen Wakoraj Wilfred, who has also exited the tournament. We have seen Ling Bosco, director Mai Chamo, who has exited the tournament. 4 players remain as they vie for a place in the semis and the finals. The current player on board, ladies and gentlemen, the winner will straight walk into the finals and book his place. But the 4th pair will have to play and get a place in the semis, and they may play non-stop. The winner of the 4th pair will have to face Ogenrwot, and the next pair to play, ladies and gentlemen, will be between Omara Richard and Omara Richard and Ogenrwot and Olin James. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Olin James is an orthopedician. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a foul. Ivan Oponya, aka Rabadaba, with 2 shots. They are racing to 4. Rabadaba is just a black ball away from confirming his first win, and he does so. 1-0. They are racing too. They are racing the final. This is just a continuation. Because the races are short. And so the games have to be continuous. But Ivan, for you, ladies and gentlemen, balls look finishable, and indeed they can do finish. Okay, the ball. It's a difficult choice to take, but he is who he thinks he is. What could be the intention? What is the red ball, the center pocket and snooker? Oh. To miss the body movement, he expected the cue ball to at least raise the black ball from the dirty zone at which he was resting. Oh! Samuel Ogenrwot. Pots the black and takes the lead. 2-1, rest to 4. Semi-final 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Big M's collection. He deals in jerseys. He deals in jerseys and underwears. A very staunch fan of pool. Vicky Namayanja's worst nightmare. Sumaya Namutabi's favorite. He is the guy. He's the guy behind Sumaya's nickname, Dogo. The last time Sumaya Namutabi visited the kitchen room, the guy who just cleaned the table, was Sumaya's biggest fan. And he's the one who named Sumaya Dogo, usually translating to a young, skillful and talented person in the field of pool. That is Big M's collection. A top fan of pool, and he also tries to play pool. 2-1 rest to 4. Ogenrwot Ivan, the captain, is on top shooters in the league. Ofonya Ivan with the break. What's on the break? But the cue ball is just 95% on the jaws of the top right pocket. It looks to confirm with the yellows. Switches to the red. Welcome to the stream. Those who are watching, kindly comment and we convert and predict the final. Who will face who in the finals, ladies and gentlemen? Kindly predict in the comment section. And who will make it to the finals between the pairs of body? Ivan Ofonya and Samuel Ogenrwot. Who will make it to the final? Kindly predict. The winner will receive data or airtime worth 5,000 Ghana shillings, as I always do, as long as live commenting is concerned. Perfect skill execution from Ivan Ofonya. You will have to slice that ball in the left corner pocket, right ball rolling and lining up. Good but not good enough, but manageable to a player of his caliber. What an apple, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-2. They are racing to fall. Predict. and you win yourself airtime. Predict, I'm waiting for your prediction, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2-2. Who will make it to the finals? This is the first semi-final. Predict, and we see who will make it to the final. Again, look somewhere with the break. What's on the break? What can we do from this? Who will take the lead? Who will go ahead? These are ultimates who play for Zampap Shooters Full Club. Open table as Samuel Ogenrwot fails to pass. Opportunity, Rabba Daba. Who looks fresh this evening? He thought twice about playing the yellows and immediately switched to the reds. Now he confirms the reds and plays the reds. This frame could be as well as done, as good as done. I mean, I have an opponent with a single visit, ladies and gentlemen. Should that black ball go in, it will be 3-2. I see the scoreboard master, that's and Big M's collection, trying to already flip over to the next. And it is upon your Ivan's break, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the last time he won the break or took the break, it was that after. His second break, his second time he on the table was a single visit, and now he is breaking again. Would this be the sign? Just as Arsenal fans keep lamenting and predicting, especially after yesterday's results, could that be the sign, ladies and gentlemen? Football lovers, could yesterday's results against Real Madrid be the sign that the club will finally land itself into victory by scooping that prestigious trophy, the Champions League? It's a dry break, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the Wimbledon. On the Ivan with the dry break, inviting Ogenrwot Samuel. As I told you earlier on, Ogenrwot Samuel, the last time they faced off with Rabadaba was in such a similar tournament, and he defeated his teammate 4-0 in the rest of 4. Right now, it's not the same story anymore. 3-2 Rabadaba ahead. Ogenrwot Samuel failed. He has confirmed the Maroons for the Reds. All tactics will work if well executed. Ogenrwot Samuel, 3 red balls away from equalizing and potentially having decided. Rabadaba invited back on the table by his captain. What can he do? That was perfect. And we have to draw the white ball backwards to get a perfect position for the maroon. Wow. If I then completed my statement, ladies and gentlemen, the best option would have been to go the white ball backwards so that it aligns with the maroon. It would be easily portable, but this plan was also good, though he got himself snookered. That's why so he's not trying to intervene to confirm that it was a catch ball, and that resulted into that shot made by Ogenrwot Samuel a few seconds ago. Right now it's Rabadaba who looks set to finish off his captain, but still he wants to do it in a very, very smooth and respectable manner. The captain struggles to locate his weight ball after being snookered, and he ends up gifting his opponent 2 shots. The captain snookered again, attempts to search for his red ball. One shot, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what Ramadaba is trying to plan against his captain. Does he want his captain to die in slow and peaceful death? Or is very cautious to an extent that 2, 4, or 6 shots may not be enough. Let's confirm for this next shot, which is about to execute. He's trying to attack simply the ball to field. His opponent's ball has been grasped or tied up by the black ball. So he can do whatever he wants, but at some point he will do otherwise. That is the point has just reached to do that. Captain will have to search again. But since he can get a slight sight of the ball, that's all. One shot, Rabadab on the ball. They are racing before Rabadab needs one of them. Sam needs to remember. Omara was the twin brother to Ogenrwot. Samuel has been knocked out. But if here is an unapologetic player in the names of Ogenrwot either. The funny thing about the tournament that just concluded at my Chamopur Arena was that immediately Omara Moses was eliminated by Bosco Oling, the director of my Champuri club. The next pair to face off was Oling Bosco and Ogenrwot Samuel. And Ogenrwot Samuel revenged perfectly by defeating Bosco 7-3 in a race to 7. That was the fine. I think he avenged his brother's death to the fullest. Who could predict the intention of that shot? Was it to what or to snooker? I think the latter was the right one, though it was just by mistake. Ogenrwot Samuel Snooker, he is a frame down. He needs all the two frames to win, but he is constantly being disturbed by his teammates. Ivan Fonya located his ball perfectly, but remember, Ivan Fonya is clean perfectly as well. One good turn deserves another. It is Rabadaba's turn to search for his ball, ladies and gentlemen. Tit for tat is a fair game. Yeah. Comedian player as usual. Two shots. First thing is fast. Clear your pass. Want to succeed, but hopes otherwise. We are headed for a decider, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sure a player in the caliber of Ogenrwot Samuel cannot mess around when it comes to such. 3-3 rest to 4. 3-3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to see your predictions, but it seems everyone is rich. No one has predicted who will make it to the final. No one has predicted who will make it to the finals. And we are still waiting. Your predictions. Immediately after this, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have to take a short break and allow the next player to compete as I charge my phone for the possible semi-final 2 and finals respectively. So after this last frame, we shall take a break. The next game will not be live, as I'll be charging my phone to bring to you the second semi-finals of the game and the finals respectively. 3-3 race to 4. Samuel Ogenrwot with the break, Potts on the break, awaits confirmation. What can he go with? It's for the yellows. Praise the yellows. Ladies and gentlemen, you can only make that shot once you are very familiar with the cushion and with the pockets. And once you make sure always go slow. Advantage of Ivan. Who gets the second chance to appear on the board? Thank you all for those following. Kindly share the link with your friends as we try to promote the beautiful sports of pool. The game that has been dormant in terms of publicity, dormant in terms of promotion, dormant in terms of financing, dormant. In terms of almost everything. But thanks to those outside there who are trying their level best to make sure this game is promoted. It's a game that in the past has been termed as a game for the drunkards, game for smokers, game for night party goers. Slowly, the narrative is changing as exhibited in the dressing code. The game is becoming more and more popular, just as the skill ball has been brought to perfection by Ivan Ofanya. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Ivan Ofanya is a comedian player. His actions do not only stop on the green bed, but also continues amidst the fans. As you have seen, or as you might have seen from the few who are watching us live. I still have 5K to give away after this frame. Those who can predict the winner who will make it to the final still have 5K to dish out in terms of airtime or data. Anyone who comments the winner of this same frame, it's a race to fall. Kindly comment your prediction. Could this be gone? Thanks for the likes. Whoever has liked the video. Thanks for the likes. Ivan, did he snooker? Hopes otherwise. Oh yeah, you can see, ladies and gentlemen. Comedian player. Oh yeah. Comedian player is entertaining. Advantage Ogenrwot Samuel. Better mean yeah. Can you predict the winner of this frame and who will make it to the final? This is the first semi-final. Second semi-final will be played after around the 30 minutes. And we shall get back to cover the semi-finals and perhaps finish up with the finals. Ivan Ofonya, ladies and gentlemen, is at the brink of being eliminated. Should that black ball go in, and the captain makes no mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, it's game done. Ivan Ofonya eliminated, and it's game over. Samuel Ogenrwot makes it to the final. We shall be back in the semi-finals too after this pair plays. Thank you for your viewership. Kindly share with your friends. It's me, William Media. Real name Joseph Ojara, Media Publicity Association. To meet in the second semi-finals and finals. Bye-bye.